Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm called Catherine Akatos. It's shining here in Ljubljana. It's beautiful, beautiful. We are doing quite a lot of exercises, going around, enjoying the sun. Now I'm back with South Africa. I'm not gonna lie to you, really, I'm not going. Being that a lot is happening in different countries, people are trying to fight racism, and here I am talking about South Africa, which would be like the mother. Can I say the mother or the granddaughter or the grandson? I do not know. But it's that country which got racism on another level, on a really high level. And I did not just look at the safari in South Africa. I looked at it, but then I went all the way in. A few days ago, I had picked up Trevor Noah's book, Born a Crime, and then I started researching about South Africa because this is one of the countries I was supposed to go next on my channel. So I read a little bit more, the history of South Africa, the effect of racism in South Africa, where did they put the natives of the country and what happened, the mining and all that stuff. It's a lot. If you would like to understand a little bit about South Africa, please research and then see how everything is happening in South Africa and how it happened, the racism and all that stuff, and how people were moved from their places. And okay, I'm laughing, but this is interesting because there are certain things which really you can't comprehend, and the only way you can do this is to laugh. This is like Maya Angelou's poem of a lady who laughs on the train or something like that. Because there are those things which you cannot understand, how someone comes from somewhere, takes over a country, and then puts the natives of the country in like camps, renames everything. Oh my God, oh my God. I don't know how to control myself and I don't know how to react. So I will leave this right there. And then we will talk about the safari in South Africa. How is South Africa? South Africa is a huge country. It almost has it all. South Africa has the safari, it has the beaches, it has the casinos, the shopping malls, the drives, it has the winery. It is one of the destinations for the foodies. Its culture is diverse. South Africa has 11 official languages, so you can imagine what we are talking about here. Someone can ask you that, oh, so do you speak African language? And I always say that Africa doesn't have an African language. I'm from Uganda. We have quite a lot of languages, and I only speak Luganda, which is my mother tongue language within the central part of Uganda. But the rest of the people in Uganda, they speak their different languages as well, the north, the east, the south, and west. So I do not speak Ugandan. That means I cannot speak African. But there is a language called Afrikaans, which is in South Africa. So yeah, research also about that one. Now, when someone thinks about going to South Africa for safari, of course, one of those places which comes to mind is Kruger National Park. Kruger National Park is the second largest park or reserve in Africa. It has an area of about 20,000 square kilometers. This park was established in 1898. So it has been around for quite some time. It is huge. It has all the lodges and all that stuff. Of course, it has the 5 stars, and then it has those ones for people on budget. So you will be able to see the big 5. You will be able to see the rest of the wild when you are in Kruger National Park. But that doesn't mean that it doesn't have other parks and reserves. It has. It has more than 20. So South Africa has the museums. It has a lot of history within there. So you can imagine a country which has gone through all this stuff. It has gone through quite a number of colonial masters or colonialists. It has gone through transitions. So it has a lot of history. And if you are interested in knowing that, you can also do a little research about that. But this is a country which is really rich with minerals. It's really developed. And that's why there is this saying, I don't know, maybe some of the Africans have also heard this. You ask someone that, have you ever been to Africa? And this person says, yeah, I have been to South Africa, but you know, it's not like the real Africa because it's like Europe. But then in my mind, I'm asking, how do you know? It's not like, if you haven't been to the rest of Africa, how do you know that it's not the real Africa? And how does the real Africa really looks like? So, because I'm wondering, how does the person think real Africa looks like? Is it like, you know, seeing Kunta Kinte or someone running around with a spear with the elephant chasing him? Or I do not know. How does the real Africa look like? Because maybe we do not know. So I think this whole point comes in that, you know, it's quite developed country. It's really developed. But also, like any other country, it has the rich of the rich, and then it has the poor people, like anywhere else in the world. But for South Africa, it has its own history, which makes this a point of the poor and the rich, and then those ones, the haves and the have-nots. All that history is right there. When you have time or you are interested in knowing more about Africa, yeah, South Africa is something. But we are into where to go in South Africa to travel and tour. So other places which people were recommending to go for tour and travel, some of those other prominent places. There is Edo Elephant Park, Huluhuluwe. Huluhuluwe sounds nice, if I'm saying it well. Huluhuluwe Ufolozi. Huluhuluwe Ufolozi. Nice. The name sounds nice, if I'm really saying them right. So this is in KwaZulu-Natal. And Kalagadi Transfrontier Park, which is in North Cape. And then Lion Sands is also one of those places besides the Kruger National Park. South Africa has more than 20 game parks and reserved places for tourism. But it's not only safari in South Africa. People go for watching sharks, they go for winery. It has like the old winery road. It is one of those countries which are known for its wines. I talked about South Africa in one of my videos, the biggest countries in Africa. And those ones who are interested in food because of its culture and all this stuff. It has bungee jumping. It has one of the highest bridges. This is where the bungee jumping happens. People go for surfing. It really has beautiful beaches. It has great hotels. Its transportation is amazing. South Africa has really good domestic flights, so you are able to travel from one place to another really easily. They say that it has like this soft safari because of its transportation, that it's easy in the morning to go for your safari, and then maybe you are like in this 5-star hotel having lunch, and then in the evening you were in the casino somewhere. So this is why it's called like a soft safari. It has everything more developed, I think, a little bit more than other places which happen to provide safari. Now, what else can we talk about with South Africa? Of course, we have to see a little bit about South Africa and how beautiful it is. How beautiful it is. The vast area, this is beautiful. The mountains, the cities in South Africa. Was it 2010? It hosted the World Cup, so it has quite a number of stadiums which were built. So these are so prominent in the pictures of South Africa. And you could be able to see the animals within the nature there. You are able to see the canyons. It has these vast plain areas which go all the way to connect with Namibia. And those small things are called ferries. They do not know much what caused them or what is this all about, but they are named ferries. And South Africa, of course, has some of the names of the places which are in Afrikaans, the language. But I think they also have the names which were for the local people who maybe used to live in those places. Yeah, the names are quite complicated to pronounce, but they sound nice. There is this thing about it that the names sound really beautiful. It is beautiful, really it is. The landscape is really beautiful. The area is just amazing. You just have a look at it. This place is a beauty, and I see why people wanted it. It is beautiful. Now, these hotels, these 5-star hotels, you know, if you can afford it, why not, darling? Why not? And if you can't afford it, of course, you still can have a great time. You know, decent lodges and all that stuff. It's beautiful, you know. I think it's a feel to really go into the nature, watch the animals and all that stuff, come back, have a great lunch, and then relax with a massage or something. It's beautiful. This is nice. Yeah, these landscapes are beautiful. So you can look at quite some of the videos. There is a lot of information about South Africa. People have traveled to South Africa and they love it. There is a lot of videos about South Africa. Now, brace yourself, darlings, because I love food, but I don't like to cook. And there are certain pictures or certain videos of food you see and you're asking, is that even supposed to be eaten? Because it is perfect. And now this food, really, this is nice. This is delicious, and I'm hungry, and I need to go eat something. I need to eat something because this food is beautiful. Yeah, this food is really beautiful. Yeah, I see why it's one of the places to go for food. They have the natural ingredients, I think, for the food. They have the sea, so they're prominent with the seafood. And then they grow quite a lot of fruits and the vegetables and all that stuff. And South Africa is one of those countries which also are big producers of fruits. About the prices. Now, I looked at the budget. I looked at how low someone can go and a little bit higher. There was a range of $100 to $1,500 per person per night. That is quite something. But I'm yet to see, is there something a little bit lower where someone maybe can go and still be able to see the nature? Is it there? I would like to hear from some people if they have ever done it. Is this like camping? Is it also like 100 per night or 150 or something? And I was also wondering, what about the natives of the country? Is it possible for them to be able to travel? And this goes to a lot of countries, like a lot of countries in Africa which provide safari. How possible is it for the natives of the country to be able to travel? I traveled in my country in game parks and game reserves and all that stuff because I was able to afford it. I was able to travel. I was able to go around. But then what about the person who earns a certain basic pay? Can they be able at a certain moment maybe to travel somewhere? So in a lot of places or in a lot of countries, the tourism is affected with the situation we are in now. But in here in Slovenia, we were provided with coupons to be able to travel within the country. And in this period, we can go to certain places and enjoy ourselves because we have a 200 euros coupon to go around. And this is great. So I'm wondering, is this happening in other places as well? Like, for example, in Africa, where people can be able to travel within the country. Is this possibility there that they can at least now go around and see what their countries are offering, enjoying the places, see the nature, see the wild, be in those nice hotels, enjoy themselves, you know, be proud of the countries, take pictures and all that stuff. I would like to hear what people have to say about this. That is it for South Africa, and let me know what you think about it and how did you like it. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your belongings when you go to travel. Respect the people who are providing services. Even if you are paying for the service, respect people. I think it's the natural thing to do. Yeah, it's simple to respect people. And enjoy yourself. Be happy. Bye. See you soon with another country.